Hello, lovely people, and how are you all doing today? This is Marianne Baticha, and today I'm doing perfectly perfect. I trust that you're all doing the same. Today, we have 5 cards from the Life Purpose Oracle cards and 5 cards from the Butterfly Messages from Your Angels. So, let's start. They're quite interesting. They're always interesting, but I love them. So, today, the first one we have is support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Okay. Let's read. Tom, okay. Your life purpose fully supports you. You've drawn this card as a sign that you're fully supported. As long as you fully commit to your life purpose, hold positive intentions, and follow your divine guidance. You may feel insecure about making a career transition. Perhaps you feel stuck in a job that offers you financial security, with few other rewards. Maybe you've outgrown a profession that once fascinated you. Or you could be wondering how to build a financial foundation for your spiritually based business. The angels ask that you lean upon them as trustworthy business partners who illuminate and support your path. Your role is to continually talk with them, silently is fine, about your hopes, dreams, expectations, insecurities, and other issues. Tell them everything. Then listen to their answers, which comes to you as a strong and recurring feelings, ideas, and signs. If you're unsure whether this guidance is accurate, request additional signs and clarification. Like the world's best co-workers, the angels only have your happiness, peace of mind, and best interest at heart. Seriously, it's true. You can take my word for it and you can try it. And when you try it, you will see the results. But no joke, it's like I have 20 on my 20 birds on my team. You can choose anything else, but I really like talk to them. Okay? And they really help me with everything I need or want. And it sounds crazy and funny, but it's true. Try it. Okay? This is the first one. But trust yourself when you're doing it. Okay? The second one. Study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Okay. This card indicates that you need additional information to feel confident about your career path. Fortunately, the angels are guiding you clearly in this regard. Please notice your recurring ideas and feelings about taking classes, engaging a mentor, reading a book, or other forms of research and study. You're also receiving signs from above that point you in supportive direction. For example, several people may recommend the same book to you in a short span of time. This indicates that the angels are delivering their guidance to you through other people's messages. There's something important for you in that frequently mentioned book, movie, class, location, or other idea. The angels have opened the doorway of information for you, and now it's up to you to accept their gift by reading that book, watching that movie, taking that class, or visiting that location. Okay, first of all, most of us are earth angels as well. And one of the ways your angels and spirit guides talk to you, they talk through people to you. Like, for example, right now, when I'm channeling information, it's like they're talking to me, to you, they're talking to you through me. That's what, when I speak slowly, it means that I'm channeling messages. And it's literally that your angels and my angels, whoever you are, they're like talking to each other to give me the information and spread it out to you, each and every one of you. Okay? Other than this, there are no coincidences in life. Zero coincidence. It is not possible. Scientifically, it's not possible. Zero coincidence. Nothing that is being said to you, or nothing that happens for you, or none of anything is a coincidence. And when you sit and reflect on that, you will see it. Okay? But sometimes you can't connect the dots now. Sometimes you will know in the future why this happened and this happened and this, and that's the beauty of it, or else it would be so boring. Okay? And also, Steve Jobs says you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect the dots looking backwards. Okay? I will put that in the description below. And one more thing, when you're receiving thoughts, it's also not a coincidence, especially when you're in the receptive mode. I'm gonna give you like an example, not an example, like something to reflect on. Do you notice like sometimes when there are things or people or events that happened for you very long time ago, and you didn't think about them for like, let's say 10 years or 15 years, and out of nowhere on a certain day you remember that thing or the person or the event? How did it happen? Is it coincidence? No, it's not possible. Okay, and for example, let's say that one day I fell on the floor when I was a child. That thought was already in me. That's why I recalled it, let's say, 2 days ago. Why did I never think about it except 2 days ago? I think it's clear. Okay? So think about that. It's interesting. The third one we have for today is time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Okay. The angels ask you to be very honest with yourself and them about your dreams and desires. What do you want? What do you wish to change? What are you waiting for? Allow yourself to acknowledge your genuine feelings. Have the courage to admit your dreams. This card indicates that if you can dream it, you can do it. The angels are encouraging you to explore your options and take charge of your life. After all, your work comprises a major portion of your daily activities. You, like everyone, deserves to spend your time in meaningful and enjoyable ways. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Bob Proctor. And it's true. And it was always true. With me and with anybody else. And with you. All of you. Now, the thing is, dream higher, or like, there are no limits. There are no limits. Whatever you want, whatever you desire, if it's meaningful and it's pure and it's like love, the intention, and serving others, there is no way it won't happen. The only person standing between their dreams and everything is us, each one of us. And believe me when I tell you, there is nothing I couldn't achieve, and most of the things that I usually aim for are quite for Many people, they told me, you will never be able to do it, you will never be able to do it, and I did it. Okay? Reflect back on all your life and you will see everything you dreamt of, you manifested. As long as it's out of pure intentions and serving others. But literally everything else also, like small things, you manifested. Okay? The fourth one is talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. There's a lot of talking to angels today. Okay. This card serves as a reminder that you can ask your angels for help and guidance in any area of your life, including your career and finances. You most likely drew this card because you've been worrying or complaining lately. The angels teach that worry never improves any situation and may actually worsen things through the law of attraction. Fortunately, you can turn any worry into a prayer. That is, change a low energy worry, for instance. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, into a positive prayer such as, thank you, God, for helping provide for my family's need, or please guide my steps so that I can make money in a meaningful ways. Prayer allow God and the angels to intervene in your free will choice. First, they'll boost your mood and faith, which will help you feel happier and more peaceful. Then, they'll lend you aid in miraculous ways, such as giving you intuitive urges to take certain action steps. Together, you and heaven co-create the answers to your prayers. Please remember that your Creator wants you to be happy, healthy, and safe, just as any loving parent does. You, like everyone, deserves to be helped so that you have the time and energy to devote to your life purpose. Okay, it's very true. And you were blessed since day one, and you always had angels around you since day one. I'm gonna give you one of the things that happened to me. Okay, maybe it will trigger, not maybe, for sure it will trigger something in many of you. And this is like one of the things that made me question how reality actually works. Okay, some of you already know these stories, but there's a lot that don't. I used to be a very reckless driver when I was young, especially when I first started driving. Okay, so which story am I gonna share? Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the one in my home country. Most of them are in my home country, but okay. One night, I was going out with three of my friends, and we were going on that bridge, and it was raining. It was raining heavily. Okay, out of a sudden, on the bridge, the car started going in circles, like 8 circles. I really remember counting them. Okay, while it was happening. 1, 2, from one side of the bridge to the other, from one side to the bridge, like 8 times, and part of the bridge broke, literally broke, other than the, what do you call that? I don't know, like, every time we hit, it was doing something to the bridge. Okay, and then at the end, a part of the bridge got broke. Like, literally, we could have fell down, sorry guys. Okay, we could have fell off the bridge, literally, and nothing happened. Is that like what, our luck? Of course not. There must have been forces protecting us at the exact moment, other than the fact that when the car stopped at the end of the bridge, none of us had any scratch, nothing, although we were jumping in the car. Okay? And really, think about it. And I'm sure it happened, no, maybe not exactly the same, but it happens. Things like that happen with a lot of us. How did we survive? Why not even one scratch? Okay. The fifth one, freedom. You're free to do what you choose. This card is a gentle reminder that you aren't a victim of outside circumstances and that you have choices in everything you do. The angels are helping shift you away from complaining that you're a victim of others who control you. Instead, heaven is shining the light upon your wise decision to take responsibility for yourself, your life, and your happiness. As you accept the role you've played in creating your present circumstances, you feel a corresponding sense of relief and freedom. The insight of self-responsibility frightens some initially, as it seems to carry the weight of blame. The angels help you see the blame as a waste of time, because it focuses upon past events. Instead, they empower you to envision a bright today and tomorrow for yourself and your loved ones. You have the right to change your life. You needn't wait for another's permission to take charge of your destiny. Trust your feelings to guide you toward activities and a career that are meaningful and fulfilling in every way. We are not victims of our reality. And to be completely blunt and honest, the moment I decided to take full ownership and responsibility for anything and everything that happens for me, my whole perspective and my whole life turned into beauty. And it's way more beautiful that way, really. Like when it has many benefits, but to tell you the truth, the moment anything happens, like let's say even if someone came and said something to me and I didn't like what they said, when you take full responsibility, and it is that way actually, okay, for me at least, I believe in it, no, it won't even bother you. In that case, for example, it's my fault, I allowed this person to say this to me, and full stop. And after that moment, no one, I won't allow anyone to do that again, other than the fact that you won't dwell on it anymore. Okay? And at the end of the day, there's something called cause and effect. We're going to be talking about that, especially in the workshop I'm going to be doing. But you only have two choices in life. Either be on the cause side or the effect side. The cause side, you are taking full responsibility. The effect side, you always have excuses to everything and anything. And at the end of the day, the effect side, I was there for a long time and it didn't get me anywhere. It was just me not having excuses for anything. And at the end of the day, I repeat, we create our reality. We are co-creators of the whole universe. Only we. So it's not the weather's fault, nor I don't know whose fault, nor God's fault, nor none of that. Everything is our creation. At the beginning, it might piss you off a little bit, but at the end of the day, This is where everything is gonna change in your life if you want to. Okay? And once we realize that everything happens for a reason, it really makes more sense. Some people will tell me when I tell them that something bad happened to me in my childhood. Who is to say that we didn't choose all of that for us to reach where we are now, other than again karmic lessons and there's a million reasons for every single event in our life. Okay? Okay. Now, moving on to messages from your angels. The first one we have is hobbies. Again, whenever you see this, it's meant for you. It's timeless. Time is an illusion. And have more fun. How are you spending your free time, dear one? When you're going through life changes, hobbies can provide a stress outlet and meaningful foundation. Your card is guiding you to invest in these pursuits as a way to relax, learn, and enjoy yourself. You love to stay busy, and these interests bring fun into your hectic life. Hobbies can be productive, as many people turn them into careers. So, imagine that you have unlimited time, energy, and money available for a hobby. What's the first one that comes to mind? That's your inner truth, and there's always a way to make it work on any budget and schedule. Joining a group related to your hobby is a wonderful way to make new friends who can be there for you during the next part of your life. Any change, even a positive one, can be stressful, but with playful outlets like hobbies and good friends, it can feel purposeful and joyful. Additional meanings: self employment, a career based on your passions, trying something new, balancing work and play. It's very clear, but you can also use the exercise we did yesterday. If you watched the video, just close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out, and whatever pops into your mind as a hobby, something that you would really, really enjoy, that's it. And it can be many things that you can mix and match together to create something creative. And there is this myth that for a person to create something or even a business, you need to have million of dollars or whatever. It's not true. Other than the fact that once you decide, no matter how big your plan is, everything will come into place. But first comes the decision. Full stop. Okay? The second one is changing your mind. This card means that you've changed your mind about a previous decision and you're struggling with the possible repercussions. Maybe you're worried about what other people may think or whether you or another will suffer consequences due to your second thoughts. You know more now than when you made your original decision. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfolded as they did for a higher purpose. Learn from your former actions so that in the future you take your time doing research prior to making decisions. In the meantime, know that changing one's mind is an option for us all. Additional meanings: leaving a relationship, regretting a purchase, quitting a job, deciding not to accept an offer, staying home rather than attending an event. It is super clear. The only thing I feel I should mention is again, everything happens for a reason, and I changed my mind so many times, and of course I never changed my mind on purpose, but it always felt like the right thing to do. And at the end of the day, if you're really connected with your spirit guides and your angels, they're the ones that are guiding you and leading the right path and way. Also, it's always for the highest best of all. Everything that happens with us on a day-to-day basis or on a career level or on anything, it's always for the highest best of all involved. Always. And there's always, in these cases when we're changing our mind, there's always lessons for everyone, each and every person involved, whether in career or relationships or everything, to learn. Okay? The third one, join in. You are being called to push past shyness and meet new people. Although you might not think of yourself as sociable, it's time to take action and get acquainted with like-minded friends and associates. Your social fears stem from spending time with insensitive people, and you'll benefit from connecting with gentle and kind individuals like yourself. You received this card because, in order to meet these new friends, you'll need to join in. That means literally joining an in-person, not online or virtual, class or group so that you can network with others. Joining in also entails introducing yourself at these groups and having conversations. This positive change in your social life will open new doors for you in other areas. Additional meanings: do charity work, join a spiritual or religious group aligned with your beliefs, commit to a relationship. Okay, so it's super clear, and obviously right now we cannot join in physically, but get ready for that when everything goes back, but not to normal, to the new normal. Okay? The fourth one, realizations and epiphanies. Oh, I love my epiphanies. I get them almost every day. I hope all of you are too, because they're really wow. The changes you're experiencing are influenced by internal processes. You've been recognizing important truths, and now you're questioning parts of your life that you once took for granted. You've arrived at some new insights that are making you reconsider your previous choices. What you once felt comfortable with now makes you uncomfortable. You received this card as acknowledgement of this development and also as guidance to take your time in making life decisions and adjustments. Do your research, get support, and adopt the changes as you feel ready. After all, you don't want to increase your stress levels with any radical shifts you're not prepared for. Now that you've had these realizations, you'll make positive changes at a natural and healthy pace. Your new outlook will lead the way, without stress or worries. Additional meanings: meditation, a spiritual path, channeling, growing apart in relationships. It's super clear, and for those of you that are really reflecting and meditating and doing the work, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with what they're mentioning here. And just enjoy the process, live in the now, know that everything will be more than perfect all the time, as long as you focus on feeling good and rest when you have to rest, and that's it. Okay? Thank you. The last one we have for today is end of an era. Alright. Like chapters in a book, life has eras that begin and end. You drew this card because the cycle of beginnings and endings is touching you right now. It's important to be very gentle with yourself during times of change. Think of the butterfly in the cocoon, dormant in preparations for a rebirth with wings. You're in a similar state right now. So please practice daily self-care and don't feel guilty about saying no to extra activities so that you can rest, heal, and prepare for the next era ahead. Additional meanings: take time to grieve over losses and transitions, make plans for what you wish to do next, seek help from a counselor or support group. Yes, we're all ending the old era and old cycles in many ways. Some of us one way, some of us 10 ways, some of us many ways, some of us no ways. But at the end of the day, it is our own decision. Earth is a free will zone. You have so many choices. Other than that, uh, it's gonna be beautiful and magical, just like the old days. Uh, and the golden age is here. New earth is here. It's all happening for us, not to us. Enjoy the moment. Rest. Talk to your angels. Meditate. Focus on feeling good as much as you can. And love to all. See you tomorrow. Bye.